This video is going to be just a little bit different than the videos I've uploaded before. There's been so many times where God has thrown me a certain message, but I just don't get it. So what does God do? And this is my situation. This is my personal experience. God legit pushes it in front of my face. God makes sure that I feel it. And that's what happened. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to share this because maybe somebody out there can relate to it, can connect to it in some type of way. But this always happens to me when God is telling me to do something and I'm not doing it. And that's because maybe I lack faith in a certain area. Or maybe it's just so many things that maybe I forget to do. There are certain things. So this happened to me recently. I want to say about a week ago. I was going to 7-Eleven. And mind you, this 7-Eleven is in the area where you have to lock your car. Like it's in the deep, you know, it's in the deep where you really have to lock your car. Let's set the mood. This is a 7-Eleven in the hood. So before I get to the 7-Eleven, let me tell you what I'm wearing. I am wearing my personal brand Field Dreams Club shirt, and it's very like old and dusty, and it's like, you know, it's very like faded out because I got it a while ago and it just faded out after all the washes. So I wore it to work, but you can still see Field Dreams Club. And I guess a little background on the shirt that I was wearing, it is my brand, Field Dreams Club, which I made a couple years ago, not too long ago, less than 5 years ago. I want to say, I could be wrong. My ears are always off. It may have been 5 years already now, but it's basically a brand that I started and created. It was firstly created just to motivate and inspire people, and it slowly became a Christian brand. This situation has kind of brought up like you know, the little the light bulb that snaps in your head. Boop. It kind of brought that in this situation. This video may seem like I'm promoting the brand solely, but I promise you it's not the case. Although this is kind of a good promoting tactic, but I promise you this really happened to me and I got a message from God for this. I promise you this video is not like promoting it. I promise you. I can't even show you or explain to you why it's not, but it actually kind of is, although that's not my intent. This goal is to maybe motivate you and inspire you to open up your eyes. Sometimes God will speak to you in a real world situation like this. This situation made me think and got me more motivated to do what I want to do. So let's cut to the chase. There's a guy at the 7-Eleven door, and there's a lot of people, you know, as you usually probably see, I think. But usually at 7-Eleven, there's homeless people there. And there was 2 homeless people there by the door. One of them was just like standing there asking for change. And the other one was holding the door. This guy opens the door. This guy's homeless. This guy looks at my shirt. And this is my personal brand. He says along the lines, Field Dreams. Man, that just gave me some motivation. And once he said that, I was like, oh, well, obviously, like, well, thank you. But like around, like, it's just like I caught it. I got it. I was like, this guy is a homeless guy. He says Field Dreams. Oh, that gave me some motivation today. And this is a homeless guy. And like, it made me think like instantly. It was like instant, like, I want to say maybe not regret, but like instant realization that like I could be complaining about so many things in life that are happening to me, business-wise, financial-wise, or even career-wise, especially career-wise, and I'm here just complaining about all that, while this guy over here is homeless, but he still tries to find motivation, and he points at my brand, my shirt that I was wearing. I wasn't shocked. You know, I said thank you, but it was like I got like what's it called, the jitters. You know, it stuck with me throughout the day, and yeah, I wish I could see that homeless guy again, because if I do, I want to give him a shirt. You know, I wish I was carrying a shirt. I was also in work attire. I was also not in my own car, so it was just. It hit me like instantly. It was just like an instant. Like once he said Field Dreams, oh, that just gave me some motivation today. I'm like, this guy's a homeless guy, and I'm here complaining about my own personal things while this guy doesn't have a home, and you know, he's not living the best life, but he still says that. He still holds the door for you, and he still says, oh, that just gave me some motivation today. Well, I struggle to find motivation. I'm getting real deep and personal because being a Christian and all these Christians out here are like, it looks like their life is perfect, but it's not. It's never going to be perfect. I struggle with a lot of things, and I know other Christians do as well. I know a lot of Christians struggle with loneliness. It feels lonely in this world when you're a Christian, you believe in Jesus, and everybody else is telling you, "Oh, get that Jesus thing away from me." And nobody, everybody's at the club, and they're all partying and everything while you're at home reading your Bible, or you're just at home relaxing and maybe praying while you feel at peace. It does feel lonely. But just remember that there's people out there who don't have it at all. They don't have a home. They don't have nothing, no savings, nothing. They're homeless. And there's probably even worse situation that I can't even think of right now. But get up and do what you want to do. Me personally, what I got from this is get up and do what you want to do. Stop complaining and do what you want to do and actually do it. Get to it, get to work. And if you're going to be up all night, do it. In the beginning of this video, I said that I'm not here to promote my brand, but now that I'm here, I guess this is the opportunity to do it. I was just a little kid. My parents came from nothing. They worked their butt off to get to where we are at now. I don't have anybody to leech off of. I don't have, the resources. I never had the resources. Me doing this is crazy to me. Talking to a camera, even to a little bit of people. And me getting cameras and monitors and computers and lights is like, it's a blessing. Because I started with the iPod, with the first iPod that had a camera. And that's how I started. People don't see the journey. They just see, oh, this guy has so much flashy things and he's like, it's not really godly. He's supposed to sell everything that he has. Someone's told me that before. Like, you have all these fancy stuff. God doesn't want you to have all these fancy stuff. There's a lot of rebuttals I could give you for that. I guess I'll leave you with this one. There's so many I could give you, but why not have the fancy stuff for Christians, for the Christian community? There's so many fancy things, fancy outlets for people who want to drink, people who just want to go clubbing all the time and they just don't care about life. There's brands and there's brands that are opposite of mine that encourage people or just let people know that it's okay to be sad. It's okay to, be a rebel. But my brand is to follow your dreams. And what's the fuel for it? It is Jesus. Fuel Dreams Club. Club at the end is just another fancy word, maybe to lure people in. That's my rebuttal to people who are saying that, why have the fancy things? You're a Christian, you're supposed to sell everything. There's a certain verse out there in the Bible, and I'll let you guess what it is. But what I would say is, miracles will happen, and the only way it will happen is from God. But there's miracles that will happen that are so out of this world that it's happening now, and it's through social media, where everybody around the world has access to it. For the most part, that is a big miracle. So why not have these fancy things? Maybe there is a limit though. I would say there is a limit. Like, I'm not gonna go ahead and buy like a freaking $1 million camera because there's no need for that. I don't think they sell those anyways. But I'm not gonna go buy a crazy, outrageous, camera. So there is a limit. But what I have now, I probably won't change it for, I don't know, for a long, long time. That was just a little reply to a comment that I had recently, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. But let me know if you guys got something from this story time, if it connected you in a certain way, and if it did, let us know. Like, I want to read the comments. I read the comments all the time, so just let me know, and it'll be cool just to see what your reactions are, and if it touched you in a way, or if you feel connected to it, or you got the same type of experience in some type of way. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this type of videos, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to click over here for my most recent video, and be sure to click over here for what YouTube has recommended for you. Other than that, I am out. Peace.